when you treat them right, they are. But what I'm here to do today is to answer your questions, and you will see there's a microphone set up there, and there may be another one I can't see, or maybe not. But anyway, I'm thinking that you can go line up at the microphone, and I will try to answer your questions. Or if you want me to babble endlessly, I've got a pretty good story about Anne Rice. Okay, you want the Anne Rice story? Well, it seemed pretty good to me. Of course, you know, I revere Anne. Anybody who wrote Interview with a Vampire deserves their own icon somewhere, because at the time it was staggeringly original, staggeringly innovative. And I think people who read it now can't understand what an impact it had when it was first published, now that vampires are a dime a dozen. You can't imagine how amazing that book was when it first came out. So I finally got a page on Facebook, since my kids told me I had to. And one of the first messages I got was from Anne Rice. I'm thinking, okay, this is just beyond weird. But Anne messaged me and told me what a big fan she was of the show. And I said, then you should try reading the books. So now she reads the books, and every now and then we'll message each other. I thought, my life has really changed a lot. Okay, I'm ready to take a question.
Hi, my name is Barrett. My wife and I love you, and I won the lottery, so I'm going to get your signature later, and I get not to sleep on the couch tonight. But my question is, how did you come up with the name Sookie Stackhouse? Because in the African-American community, Sookie means like a good, a good-looking woman. So I just want to know, how did you come up with the name? Did you take that in consideration when you came up with the character?
Well, it's a very old Southern nickname, obviously. My grandmother's best friend's nickname was Sookie. I don't remember what she looked like, so I don't know if she was hot or not. But it just seemed to me like an old Southern name that had fallen into disuse. So it seemed to me that that would be a good name for a girl with old-fashioned values, but a new face for it. And that's what Sookie turned out to be. And when I started thinking of last names, Stackhouse, I think I got that from the phone book, but it just sounded, I think it just sounded right to me. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be for people with fangs to say. I'm sure they wish I had named her anything but Sookie Stackhouse, because I have some fangs that are just uppers, and really you spit when you try to say S. So possibly now I would name her Dora Dunce or something. I wish I'd thought of her first. But to me, they're separate entertainment vehicles, right? The show has its own world and its own writers, and some of the characters are sort of the same, but sometimes they're very different. And that's okay, because I think you're getting two entertainment experiences for the price of one, basically. And I know it can get confusing from people who read the books and then watch the show, and a few people who watch the show and then read the books tell me on my website that I'm wrong. That, actually Eric's maker was not Appius Louis O'Kella, but was Godfrey. And I'm going, no, not so much. So I think Alan's got a great group of writers, and I think they're super talented. But obviously, they've got their own ideas about what's going to make great entertainment on the screen. That's not a consideration that needs to pertain to the books.